Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the Middle-Aged Guys, and we've been bullshitting about Nintendo over the last few videos. Last one, we were kind of, well, we got really close to filleting them, I'll be pretty honest. But in this particular video, we're probably not going to be that kind. Before we get that far, I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Grandmouse 1.
Super Mario Run released out earlier this week, I believe on the 15th. And, yeah, you know, as a lot of things that Nintendo has been doing concerning mobile games and everything else, it's expected to do really, really well. The Temple Running game, or the Temple Runner style game, is released out on iOS. It's free right now. The trial version, I believe you're able to play through the first 3 stages. And then to play the full game, you have to pay $10. It's a premium priced iOS game. You know, most iOS games are usually around 99 cents or $2 or even $3. I think some of the more expensive ones, like $5 a piece. Majority of them are free, but they're not really free because they've got that free to play microtransaction bullshit that you have to worry about. And Nintendo opted not to do that. Okay. Now, Nintendo wasn't the only people who were excited about Nintendo going out of their way and actually publishing their first dedicated Nintendo developed game. SuperData, the same market analysts who a few weeks ago, actually last week, we talked about them talking about the PlayStation VR and how VR has really underperformed this particular year as far as overall. When they had the initial projection for the sales of Super Mario Run, they predicted that it was going to make $60 million. In other words, that was going to equate to 6 million downloads within the first 30 days. Okay. Over the last 2 days, they actually changed their projection, and they have bumped that all the way down to $15 million. In other words, only 1.5 million downloads to be made over the first 30 days. Does anybody want to know why that might be?
So they bumped it down.
Yeah.
You already mentioned that you can get the application, but not the fucking full game. You have to pay for the fucking full game.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, most games that come out for like phones and stuff like that, okay, for puzzle games, for example, you can download the fucking puzzle game or whatever, and you have certain turns. And then when you run out of certain turn, you can buy shit or you can buy power-ups or something like that. So you're telling me that Super Mario Run doesn't have that?
They don't have the microtransaction stuff. The thing about those games is that they will sit there and say it's free. It's really not free. Okay. And what they're going to do is that they're going to nickel you for a long time. Okay.
Well, if you're patient.
Yeah, you know, if you're patient, they're free. But what they're planning on is that they can sit there and get away with, you know, getting like $1 out of a person, you know, every once in a while. And over the mass amounts of downloads and over time, they're going to make money that way. Candy Crush has built an empire on that sort of market structure. Okay, but
be patient, people.
Yeah, Super Mario Run doesn't deal with that. They
if
you want the full game, just go ahead and pay us some money up front, which is actually quite refreshing. What about you, Gray Mouse? What do you think might be going on with Super Mario Run?
What? Bringing down the projections?
Yeah.
I don't know. I find that very strange.
Okay. Well, this is what is probably going to go ahead and bring down their projections. Okay. After the game was released, it was found out that the game requires an always-on data connection in order for you to play. All right. Even if you went out of your way and paid the $10 for the full game. Okay. Miyamoto himself, no, actually, I don't think it was Miyamoto. Oh, actually, it was Miyamoto. Miyamoto himself was saying that, you know, it was to go ahead and facilitate an even playing experience for folks who went ahead and got a hold of the whole game, and that it was their first foray into mobile, and that this is one of the things that they had to do. And when finally pressed was, okay, was it because you don't want people to go ahead and pirate this game? He finally broke down and said, yeah, it's because we don't want people to go ahead and play the game for free. All right. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of them not so nice. Before I get into that, I'd like to get your guys' thoughts.
Okay, wait a minute. So you always have to be connected in order to play it?
Yep. And as soon as the data connection drops, it will sit there and tell you that you have no connection, and it will not start.
Wait. So basically, you're gonna have to have internet on your phone, and you're gonna have to use your data in order to play the fucking game. So you're telling me that if you're not, look, you best be connected to your own fucking internet at home. That's your best fucking bet. Oh, wait, you want this on the fucking go. So you're going to have like, I don't know, an unlimited plan, which...
not even with an unlimited plan. You better...
I was just about to say, if you enter a rural area,
yeah.
and then I was going to get to that. You enter a rural area or a dead zone where no internet takes place for some fucking reason, your game will shut off.
Yeah, it will stop. It will stop. And it will tell you that it's lost data connection, that it will not resume until you've connected.
I have no more to say. Gray Mouse, how do you feel about that?
Wow. That's so what is it 2013 all over again?
That and the funny thing is, on that note, that pretty much brings me to my fucking point. Okay, gamers as a whole in 2013 fucking crucified Microsoft for trying this bullshit. Okay, and guess what? They did it rightfully so. All right. Am I saying that we should crucify Nintendo for this?
I might.
Considering that it's one game, maybe not, but I am not going to fucking hesitate to rake them over the fucking goals over this, all right? This is about the stupidest fucking thing I have ever fucking seen implemented on a goddamn mobile game, all right? Especially considering that it applies even to when you fucking buy the full fucking version.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's ridiculous.
Because I can sit there on my fucking Kindle Fire, which is like 5 years old, okay, and I could hook up and I could download a free version of fucking Angry Birds, and it will sit there and it will allow me to fucking play, okay. If it loses fucking data connection on it, guess what? It just sits there and says it has to sit there and it will interrupt me saying that about how it's a trial version and everything like that. If I have a data connection, it fucking shows me ads, okay? It'll nag me either way. But I already assume this is a free fucking game that I've played, not something that I'm going to pay a full fucking price for, you know?
I don't understand how you will download the whole fucking game. You will have the game on your device. That means that, you see, this is the main problem I have with digital gaming. It's this type of shit right here. So you're telling me that I paid full price for this, but I still have to I still have to do certain things in order to, I don't get it. That's just a fucking bullshit practice.
I just don't see. I figure that Nintendo would find a better way to protect their IP.
And
maybe it's because the iOS and the mobile gaming part of it, it's a different. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses for them because it's bullshit. But I don't understand. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they made this decision lightly. I think that they put some thought into it, and maybe that was the only way. I don't know. I can't speak for them.
And Gray Mouse, the thing is that, like I've said before in multiple other videos, and you guys know the work that I do. I work QA for a developer who all we do is mobile applications for smartphone devices and things like that. And I really went ahead and I was really digging in the back of my brain asking, okay, So why the fuck would they want to go ahead and do this? And because here's the thing, the iOS system is very, very enclosed, okay? In order for you to jailbreak it, you have to come close to almost physically damaging your fucking phone in order to fucking jailbreak it, all right? And it's not like if you sit there, you hook up the lightning cable to a USB port and everything else that you're able to read and transfer things, you know, freely, even if you haven't hooked up to another, you know, dedicated Mac device or anything like that. So it just, you know, I understand Nintendo is tiptoeing into a new form. They're tiptoeing into a new market. All right, this is hardware that's not theirs, but I think what they also have to sit there and understand is that, you know, when you sit there and you have this sort of shit, the always online thing, it's fucking ridiculous if you have a fucking line connection. Okay, it is fucking ridiculous if you have a line connection. It is even more retarded. It is full retarded if you have just Wi-Fi and a wireless connection. Because look, if you're sitting there, the people who play these games, they're playing it on the go. They are not sitting in one place, you know, doing that. Or if they are sitting in one place doing that, they're just going ahead and handling it whenever they can go ahead and squeeze it in. All right. What if somebody's at the fucking airport? Somebody's on a flight. You're telling me that?
Oh no, you're not going to be able to play that on a flight.
Yeah, if Miyamoto was on a fucking, you know, he was on the fucking late night show with fucking Jimmy Fallon a few weeks ago. If he had fucking Super Mario Run on his goddamn iPhone and he was flying back to fucking Osaka, Japan, guess what? He wouldn't play in that fucking bullshit.
No, he do that whole fucking flight.
Yeah. You know, that whole 16 fucking hours, you know, he's got his phone in fucking airplane mode. He doesn't have a fucking data connection. And
No.
guess who wants to go ahead and play your fucking game, you know, on their fucking phone? Somebody who's sitting there and they have no place to fucking go for anywhere from 5, 10, 15 minutes, a few fucking hours, to 16 fucking hours. The fuck were you thinking, Nintendo?
Wait a minute. You hit the nail on the head there. I was gonna go down, way down. Like if you're going through a trip and you have kids in your car, and next thing you know, if you're driving in certain areas and your shit just cuts off, or if you go through a tunnel or something like that,
and your shit just ends.
Your shit just, and you're about to pass the hardest shit that you ever went through in the game. That's the equivalent of going through some shit on the regular NES, and then you're about to pass some hard shit, and your Nintendo light just starts blinking, and your game just fucks up.
No, it's even worse. All right, because the thing is that there is an outside force that's causing this.
Wait,
this
does
is like
you getting shit at least?
This is like you getting ready to beat your buddy's ass on a Nintendo game, and then him kicking the fucking console.
I've witnessed people do that. Have hit the reset or the power button. But no, I can't fathom this. This is just. It's funny how I don't understand why they didn't think why we didn't want Microsoft doing this.
And that's the thing that gets me the most about this, all right, is that it's not like first-party publishers haven't seen what happens with these sort of things when their peers try to fucking do it. It wasn't welcome back in 2013. Well, guess what? Ubisoft, with one of the last Assassin's Creeds, all right, required you to have a fucking a persistent online fucking.
What?
All right, it might have been Unity actually, and the thing is that guess what? After enough people bitched and the sales of the game suffered because of it, all right, they patched it out. Okay.
So I think they could patch this.
They could, but I think it's going to come after they learn a hard lesson.
Oh yes, it will.
Yeah,
it always comes after. When the patching always comes after a hard lesson. It always does.
Yeah.
And wait, imagine if the Switch, imagine if this is a success. Other shit will follow suit, like the Nintendo Switch, even though it's cartridge, even though they'll say that you'll always have to have an internet connection for your shit to work. Oh, Nintendo did it, and if Nintendo does it, and if it works, then other motherfuckers will follow suit.
I don't even want to think about that.
I have to put it out there because now it's a fucking possibility.
And the thing about it is that one of the things that kills me about this is that Nintendo has made it a point with their last few consoles to be able to allow their players the ability to sit there and play with as little exterior requirements as possible. If you have your game, if you have your system, they want you to be able to play because that's where they make their money.
Please, Nintendo is about video games.
You know, they don't insist on a constant online presence with they haven't done that with any of their consoles previously. You know, I don't want to sit there and think about what they would do in the future for their games or for their consoles. If something like this, if Super Mario Run is as big as they initially, expected it to be. Like I said, I don't want to sit there and wish. I don't think anybody in this video wants to sit there and wish Nintendo or any of the publishers like harm or failure or anything like that. But the truth of the matter is, this is stupid as shit. Okay,
right?
If the projections drop from 60 million all the way down to 15 million, and that's not half, that's 75%.
You see, wait, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. What if they did this with Pokemon Go? That would have been the most hilarious thing.
The funny thing is that with Pokemon Go, it actually kind of makes sense to do it with Pokemon Go. All right.
Well, wait, what do you mean? As far as going to certain areas where there are Pokemon at, you're about to get it and you lose internet connection?
Well, as far as being able to sit there and just register with the locations of them, you have to have a data connection.
Well, yeah, but what if you're about to capture it and then you enter a dead zone all of a sudden?
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to stop you from playing if you lose connection. That's for sure. Yeah.
But that was my initial point. But this, you can't. This game should not require an internet connection in order to fucking play it. Not a Mario, not anything like this. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think any single player should require that.
No!
And the only reason why I'm being so emphatic about it is that there's, like I said, we've seen other companies make the same mistake, all right? And guess what? Gamers, with their feedback, force them to make changes, okay? Hopefully Nintendo is going to sit there and change this. All right.
What if the server goes down?
Yeah. I'm going to sit there and say this right now, Review Tech USA. All right. I don't subscribe to the guy anymore. And I'm not a big fan of the Italian dude. All right. Because he tends to jump off the cuff and rant on things that just, that tend to be ridiculous and very, very impulsive at times. But that's more of a personal thing, all right? The thing about it is that he went ahead and he brought this up, and for a moment there, I was like, so what's this guy going to say now? What sort of bullshit is he going to go on about now? But after I sat there and I heard, him describe exactly what he was going through when he was describing his experience playing the game, I was like, I fucking agree with everything that he's saying right now because guess what? It's completely fucking true. And the truth of the matter is that we didn't take this shit from Microsoft. Why the fuck are we going to take it from Nintendo?
Right. That's my biggest gripe with this. We didn't want it or like it or approve of it or fall for it then. Regardless if they try to make an excuse that, well, this is a mobile. No, we don't fucking care. We don't want it for any type of platform that we always have to be connected to the fucking internet to play some single player game. No, that's just a no. No. Damn it.
It doesn't make sense.
I mean, I'm gonna bring this up. Yes, this is not quite relevant, but imagine, okay, I have an Atari 2600. What if that required an internet connection back then? And they ceased production, they ceased everything, and the servers went down. That thing would not work on the planet anywhere ever again. So what if one day the servers go down for this? That means that you cannot play or connect to something that you paid full price for anywhere throughout on the planet for the rest of human history. Which makes no fucking sense to me. And that's my biggest fear with anything as far as just digital gaming as a whole.
Great Mouse, any thoughts? I know we've been monopolizing the time here, sir.
No, it's hard to believe that Nintendo would pull something.
I feel your disappointment.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I can't believe that, you know, Nintendo would actually, I can see that on your face. And I feel you, I understand you. Thank God this wasn't a Zelda type game. You probably would have went ballistic.
That's coming next.
They better not try to pull this shit. No.
I think the one thing that we have to sit there and okay, all right, you know what? Here is the bottom line, and we'll jump off this particular subject without ranting on too much. All right, this fucking move goes against every fucking precept as far as what Nintendo has prescribed, how they want to go ahead and offer their fucking products to their consumers. Okay, their thing has always been, you have a game, you have your system, you play your game, you play your system, just go have fun, do your fucking thing. You got a game and launch, yeah, it may need batteries, but once you have the batteries, go fucking do your thing. All right. Ever since fucking the playing cards they put out, all right, before the turn of the fucking century, hey, they didn't say, oh, in order you to fucking play these cards, you got to sit there and make an agreement with our fucking dealer to go ahead and play them. No, you played the cards and you went on your way and you fucking, all right. And that's what I'm hoping they will continue to do. Here's the thing: people are out there, and I could see the fucking comments now. Oh, it's only $10. I don't give a fuck. It's something I bought, okay? And the principle of the matter is this: if I've gone out of my way, if Theme has gone out of his way, if Grey Mouse has gone out of his way to go ahead and pick something up and pay full fucking retail for it, and they legally fucking own it, all right? You know, they own it. We own it, okay? And we want to go ahead and be able to fucking play it. Or if I fucking want to go ahead and use it for goddamn skeet shooting, it's my fucking choice because I fucking own it, all right? And the problem with this, and as a reflection, fully digitally distributed media and games, especially ones that are dependent on this sort of digital rights management, this sort of DRM, right? Is, again, just like those people in Myanmar, if some asshole goes ahead and decides to flip a switch or to check a fucking box on a fucking internet form and hit save, you're going to be without your shit, even though you paid for it. All right, Nintendo, this is fucked up.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What other games on iOS or mobile phone, whatever, that have this?
You know what?
That's an excellent question. You can't think any.
I don't know
Maybe
any off the top of my head. Yeah, you know.
But I don't know any.
I know of a lot of games that will sit there and they'll ping back to the server, they'll ping back to whatever social account or whatever you have to go ahead and sync up things. But I don't know of anyone that will sit there and say, oh, your fucking internet dropped. I'm gonna stop the game right fucking now, and just pull you completely out of this shit.
Does Puzzle and Dragons do that?
Nope.
No.
I can play Puzzle and Dragons if I don't have an internet connection.
Maybe some home console games do that. Like,
I mean, it's not gonna let me sync up to the Google leaderboard.
Yeah.
I can play the fucking game.
right, but you can still play the game.
And I just find that really bizarre that Nintendo would go this route. There's got to be other way. I mean, they should have looked into companies that are mobile companies and find out how they protect. You know, I understand Nintendo wants to protect their IP. I do. I understand that. And I guess they felt that that throwing their games out on mobile, you know, kind of leaves a vulnerability there for their IPs. And you know how Nintendo is with their IPs. I mean, if you've been around YouTube at all, you know how quick they pull things down.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but to the lengths that they went that they went to protect their IP, that's just garbage. It's really inconvenient for those. You know, mobile games are that mobile. You know, and if you have a crap connection like I don't know, like T-Mobile or any of those other ones that have like these spots that are dead, and you're like the thing was saying, you got kids in the back seat and you're on a highway driving, and you know you don't have a signal at that particular time, and the game stops. and you know, I mean, I've seen some people play that game already, and that was really some of those boards are really tough. And I'm getting past this and
you're about to get to the flagpole and your shit cuts off.
Yeah.
How pissed would you be? It was a hard fucking stage. You finally get there, and then you're about to go to the flagpole, and then you lose internet connection when you're right.
That is shitty way of doing things, Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly. And the thing is, what burns...
If that's happening to anyone, I want you to comment below. I would like to hear that because
2013 came, and everybody in the gaming industry felt...
Not everybody. There were certain Microsoft fanboys that were still sucking on the nuts.
But they knew
about it anyway. You guys are going to get left behind and all that shit.
Yeah. But my point is that everybody saw what happened. You know,
your point still stands.
Yeah.
You know, and it just blows my mind that Nintendo would try. And one thing too is, guys, if you're watching this video, don't let Nintendo get away with this, because if they do, it's a slippery slope, and everybody will follow suit. What did we say in our last video? People copy Nintendo. It's just the way it is. And we don't want people to copy. We don't want Sony or Microsoft to copy.
Please. No. You do not want this to spread to consoles.
No.
Please.
I mean, there'll still be people that's going to buy this game nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But look, they should do it after they patch that shit up, because
that saying was the best way to make a company hear what you're trying to say.
Fuck with their wallet.
Yeah.
Don't give them money.
Period. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't give a damn what fucking piece of merchandise it is. I don't give a fuck. No.
Fuck with their bottom line, and then they'll start paying attention.
Yes, this applies to fucking wrestling fans as well. If you are a wrestling fan, it applies to you too.
I mean, listen, look, they dropped it 75% from 60 million down to 15 million.
Yeah.
The thing about it is,
I wouldn't be surprised if they drop it lower than that by the year's end.
But see, here's the thing. Out of all they invested into it, without this fucked up practice, do you think that Nintendo would have made their money back and then some if they didn't have this practice intact?
Instantly.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure. I'm pretty sure.
And look, they were predicting 60 million. If they didn't have this DRM bullshit, I would say upwards to 80 to 100 million. People were waiting for Mario Run.
I will tell you right now, even if this had a team of 12 people working on a 6-month development schedule for this thing, all right, it's a mobile game, it's a mobile application. You can play it with one hand. All you have to do is touch a portion of the screen in order for it to go ahead and do its thing. I hazard to think that it cost them more than $500,000 to go ahead overall to develop this thing.
Whew.
All right, this is not a AAA game. This is not something that they're hoping, to sell out at retail for $60 and hope that it's going to sell multi-million fucking copies.
Well,
No, this is a mobile game.
the thing is, what's weird is what I think what we're not forgetting, but I guess not mentioning here is that it's Mario.
Yeah.
That's the only way that Nintendo can get away with charging you $10 fucking for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, at the top of the video, Reverend was saying that like most mobile games at most is $5.99.
Wait a minute. You're absolutely right. If this would have been just about any other character, this wouldn't have went as far as it did. Period. I don't even think of a game about Mickey Mouse would have done this and would have gotten as far as this.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, there are lots of Marvel games that are out there that are fully licensed out, that come from Disney and the guys at Disney Games and stuff like that. And no, they don't do that same thing.
No.
And again, to wrap this particular one up, because we probably go on for a while, because this really hits a raw nerve that this is not ancient history. This is shit that we deal with every day, especially as gamers. And guess what? This sort of issue is going to come up again with many other titles and many other platforms that are coming up in the future. I hate to say it, but it's going to happen. All right. But like I said at the beginning of this video, gamers vehemently refused to take part of this in 2013 with Microsoft. Okay. Obviously, Nintendo is very much a nostalgic and close to the heart darling when it comes to gamers in comparison to Microsoft. All right, but guess what? Just because Nintendo is nice doesn't mean they don't do stupid shit. And this is some really, really stupid shit. All right, I'm not going to sit there and crucify the whole fucking brand over it because they didn't attach it and make it required to a fucking console. All right. But I am going to sit there and call them out on it and rake them over the coals for this bullshit because it's bullshit.
What if it's for the Switch, the tablet, when you take it out? What if you need internet connection in order to fucking play it?
Yeah, we'll find out all the things about the Switch.
No, they better not fucking do that.
But what kills me is this.
I will not buy one.
Look, let me tell you this. Nintendo, right? All Nintendo had to do was put this mobile game out, sit back on their couch, cross their legs, and laugh.
Before they even got to the couch, money would have been rolling in.
I'm saying. That's what blows. Before they even sat down, the money, they're already doing this. But no, they decided to put DRM on it. DRM, no matter, I don't care. I'm against DRM 100%, whether it's consoles, PC games. Well, DRM's bullshit, man. Look, once you buy a game, a physical game, I should be able to play this fucker whenever I want to.
Full price.
Wherever I want to.
Full price, mind you.
Yeah, if I pay $60 for a fucking game and I live up there on the fucking boonies on a mountain somewhere with no internet connection or satellite internet, one of the worst internets ever, I expect to be able to play this game whenever I want to. DRM fucking sucks, no matter what format it's in.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much where our piece lies. we're interested to hear, folks, like the team said, if you've already run into this and you've experienced it, what are your thoughts on it? What was your experience with Mario Run? We are really, really interested to know. You know, while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like if you think we're worth it. I think we were. We are the middle-aged guys. We've just been bullshitting about the fact that Nintendo could fuck up too.
Yep.
All right, and that's the truth. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
Grandma's one.
Once again, for the benefit of common sense, logic, and gaming, DRM. I call that digital restricted movement. I know it's digital rights management, but yeah. Fix this, please, Nintendo. Don't. Please. Just credits.
You know what's funny is that no, it's not funny. It's just the truth. If this appears anywhere, if this bullshit appears within sniffing distance of the fucking Switch, I'm not gonna fucking own one.
He said sniffing distance.
Nope.
Exactly how far is that?
You can
If
smell
it
bullshit
smells
from a
from
long,
forget it.
long way. That's all I gotta say.